Hey guys, Israel here again, jumping into systemology or systems. Um, this sounds like maybe an overwhelming idea, but it's actually pretty good once you wrap your head around it. And I just want to talk about systems for a while because I'm going to use the terminology system design a lot. And so I want to be clear on what I mean when I say those words or that word system. And I'm not going to dive into all of these pieces for now. Like, if you want to go down the rabbit hole on systems, you certainly can. But what I'm going to do is talk about it in a more kind of fun way. One of the ways that I like to think about a system or explain a system is like a set of components that work together to make uh, uh, to make something possible. Okay, so a good analogy is a bathroom in a house. If you think about bathrooms in houses, most bathrooms are kind of similar in a few ways. A lot of bathrooms have a sink, they have a mirror, they have a toilet, they have a shower, they have towels. So these are kind of common components that go into the system of a bathroom. And so it's helpful to think that most bathrooms are like that. You could adjust some of those components, like maybe some of them don't have a shower. We'd still call it a bathroom, or we'd maybe give it another name like a half bath. But when we say the word bathroom, most people can imagine what we're talking about. And that's because what happens in a bathroom is pretty consistent. We as humans use bathrooms to kind of refresh ourselves. We call it a rest room sometimes because we rest, we take a break from other people, we groom ourselves, we take care of bodily needs, and all of that happens in a bathroom. And that's a really good analogy of what a system is. At the same time, it's important to point out that systems often have consumables. So when you look at a bathroom, for example, usually a key consumable is like water. You need to have water in a bathroom for it to be considered a bathroom for most of us. Otherwise, we call it an outhouse. But a bathroom typically has water that goes through it. What's the nature of a consumable? Well, a lot of systems have consumables. They need to be present, they need to be available in order for people to use the function of that system. And again, just using the bathroom analogy, another one could be like toilet paper or towels. And so I also want to point out that although those things are consumables, they also have sort of like a ready state and a finished state. Okay. And that idea is that, like, you can walk into a bathroom and go, wow, like the bathroom's clean. There's fresh towels, there's fresh toilet paper, the water works, it's kind of a pleasant environment. That I would define as maybe like the ready state of a system, right? Whereas the finished state of the system is like you walk into the bathroom, there's no toilet paper, the towels are all messed up, they're laying on the floor, there's water splashed around. There's like the consumables have kind of been exhausted. And that's an important thing to think about. Like, as a system reaches sort of its maturity state, it can reach that point where where it kind of needs to be like reset, right? And so for me, I like to, I reset my bathroom. I go in there, I make sure there's fresh towels, I make sure there's fresh toilet paper, I make sure that the water works and things are clean and tidy, and that whatever kind of bodily things people need, they're available to them. And so you can think about that idea as a single system. Now, though, I want you to take a step back and imagine a house. And houses usually have bathrooms, right? But the bathroom then becomes kind of like a subsystem to the house, or you could call it a component of the house. Think about a house. A house is itself kind of a system. It has different rooms that are all subsystems. For another example, I think it's kind of more complicated the kitchen. Kitchens are a little more complicated because they have refrigerators, they have ovens, they have dishwashers, they have a sink. They have pantries that have food. The food is spoiling, so you have to like kind of reset the system on a regular basis, and you have to take care of it and make sure that it's always kind of up to date so that the food is safe. So again, that's just an example of a system. It sits inside of other systems, a home being one of those systems. And then what do you see when you zoom out from a home? Usually you see a neighborhood, right? And like a neighborhood is its own system in a sense. And with all these houses, you could call them components or subsystems of the neighborhood. Neighborhoods, what are they a subsystem of? Probably a city, right? So this idea is that you can think about something as a system. It has a before, middle, and after state. It has consumables that have to go through it. Like, what's a key system consumable for a house? People. People have to live in the house. We don't like to think about houses consuming people, but you need to have a person in the house for the house to have its full value. So that's kind of a touch base on systems, and I'll try to dive into this more as time goes on in future videos. I hope that was helpful.